Blessed day. Welcome to today's episode of 180 Seconds with God, a revival message that transforms lives and unites people with God. Our word chart for today is titled Honoring My Spouse, and our Bible references are taken from the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1 and 7. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that, if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. Verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Other Bible references are Proverbs chapter 5, verse 15 to 20. Marriages are sacred partnerships that are to be honored way above any other relationship we have in this life, being second only to our relationship with God. Honoring our spouse is a positive action that pleases God. To honor our spouse is to hold with high respect, to confer distinction upon, and to show a courteous regard for our spouses. Honoring our spouse in practical terms means to recognize the worth of our spouse and decide to cherish them as a treasure they are. Honor instructs us to put our other half ahead of ourselves and others. The only seat higher than our spouse is God. Marriage is honorable, bed undefiled. Hebrews 13 verse number 4. Faithfulness to one another as spouses is the highest honor to God and our humanity. Please don't cheat on your spouse or share your soul through sex with other people. These are terrible acts of dishonor that can ruin your life and end your marriage. Extramarital affairs must never be encouraged. If you are guilty in this area, please ask God for forgiveness of sins and renew the covenant of love between you and your spouse. Proverbs chapter 5 verse 15 to 20 tells us to drink waters out of thy own cistern and running waters out of thy own well. Be happy with the wife of thy youth and say capital no to strange men and women. No other person should see your nakedness apart from your spouse after you have married. Every marriage goes through several seasons and times. There are seasons of not enough and more than enough. Honoring our spouses must not be attached to material things. When there is nothing, please honor your spouse. Be contented with the available resources. If they are not enough, God can give you more. So please stop complaining. When you treat your spouse as a king or queen, you get royal attention. Honor in your words and in your actions. Appreciate your spouses openly. Don't pretend about it. Allow your spouse to express their feelings. Don't always shut down your spouse. Let your spouse also take the stage and shine too. God has given every one of us according to our several abilities. Don't kill your spouse's ministry or gifts. Encourage your spouse to use their giftings to glorify God, bearing in mind that God will ask the two of you on the last day what you did with the potentials that He gave to you. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9 to 12 tells us two are better than one. Honoring our spouses strengthens unity between couples. Many couples today, however, put their marriage on the back burner, and that is why so many divorces and separations happen in different places in the world today. This is not right. Not only divorce and separation grieve the heart of God, it also devastates the life of those affected by it and people that are looking up unto us. So scratch divorce or separation off your list of options. Mark 10, 6 to 9. In conclusion, commit to pointing your longings, romantic affections, and sexual desires towards your spouse alone. Job 31 verse 1 and Job chapter 9 verse 11. Honoring your spouse is not because you are weak, but because you are strong. A real man doesn't delight in hurting the wife. Be careful when you make a woman cry. God counts her tears. Let's die to self and honor our spouses so that we can enjoy our marriages from today. God bless you and God bless your marriage. This is your pastor, Pastor Abiodun Idowu.